Welcome to the Risk Taker Podcast. This is Evans, your host, man. Look, man, I hope y'all guys feeling amazing, having a great day, having a great weekend, man. Look, I am blessed, man. I am blessed to be alive. All right, so you should be too. All right, man. Let's get to this episode, man. I call this one the special edition now, cause you don't see her too often, so I had to bring her to the special edition, man. I have Gigi here with me, my wife, my business partner, my best friend, my baby mama, man. Look, I have her with me, man. Welcome to the Risk Taker
Thanks
Podcast.
for having me.
All right, let's get to this, man. You really gonna love this one.
Okay.
All right, building from scratch.
Hold on. Are we talking about the book?
Yes, the book. Yeah,
Okay.
of course, of course.
We talking about the book.
The book,
Okay.
man. No, and every before we go into a little bit deeper, um, wherever you speak, wherever you are, like you always say building from scratch. No, it's been in your message. If we go back years back, it's been in your message, building from scratch. No, what let the people know. Let the people know what is that mean. Nah, building from scratch.
Well, if you don't know our story, um, like I always tell everybody that we started from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, um, and we I always tell people that we didn't have an inheritance.
No.
We didn't have much money. All we had was God and
Amen to
two little
that.
kids, you
Yep.
know, and we had a dream to build an insurance firm.
Mm-hmm.
And what we did is we literally started from scratch. We didn't have any clients, we didn't have a book of business, we had nothing but faith. And that just proved that when you put your work ethic in and you have faith and you have God, that you could accomplish so many things. Like when I said we had nothing, we had nothing. And we go more into detail into the book. And I think that's one of the reasons too why we decided to write this book. Because everybody's like, oh, you guys gonna write a book, gonna write a book, write a
Mm-hmm.
book. And then we're like, if we write a book, what are we gonna write a book about, you know? But everybody kept saying, your story is so inspirational
Mm-hmm.
because we are the very few people that get to share that story of how we build not only a successful business, but
Says,
businesses
yep,
with basically nothing.
yep.
And it goes to prove that you can build from scratch.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Now you could build from scratch. Like um, and it's not an easy thing.
It's not.
It's not an
It's
easy thing.
harder.
Yeah, because you're building something from scratch. Imagine like you have a building, you have a foundation, and you want to build it up.
Yeah.
No, there's so much layer of stuff that go into it.
Yeah.
No, um, so and we have a story.
Yeah.
No, we have a story. We just didn't know how to put that story in
Yeah.
in a book. No,
Yeah.
we didn't know how to do that because people look at us like like your guys are you're running successful businesses. Your brand is on point. Your brand is global. It's just it's something different about us. Like, but how can we put that in a book to inspire other people, to inspire the next generation? Now,
Mm-hmm.
how can we do that? So we decided to put it in a book.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. And
Have you ever felt like you're building something with no blueprint? Just hustle, faith, and late nights holding it all together? Then this book is for you. Building from scratch, from hustle to strategy. How to build, scale, and succeed in business isn't just a book, it's a playbook. Written by the dynamic duo behind this very podcast, it's packed with the real lessons, mindset shifts, and step by step game plans they use to build from absolutely nothing. If you're stuck in hustle mode, but ready for strategy, this book meets you right there. Grab your copy now at the Dynamic Duos speaks.com because your next level requires a new strategy.
That's what we
So,
did. And majority of the book is the mistakes
yep.
that we learned along the way. Because when you don't have a roadmap, a GPS. In our cases, we didn't in the beginning we didn't have mentors.
Yep.
You know, you make a lot of mistake, and you know, mistakes cost money.
Money.
And so I'm glad that we made those mistakes because it's a lesson learned. And so now we are able to put those mistakes that we've learned in the book so you don't have to make those mistakes.
Yep.
You know, learn, and that's how majority of the chapters is like learn from our mistake.
Yep.
And one of the mistake that we learned, and we talked about this in the book too, is setting up the business properly. Because sometimes we have passion and we have all this drive and we have all these things, but you have to set up the business properly, like setting up an LLC.
Yep.
You know, making it official, setting up an LLC. Like when you go to the bank, the bank is not going to say, they're not going to go by what your passion is. They want to see a business plan.
Business plan. Yep.
You know, they want to see all these things, you know, like we talked about it in the book too, like even with our logo, we had two different blues. We didn't even know we had two different blues. I was like, just give me a logo.
Logo, yeah.
So all these things, which are the foundation, I think a lot of entrepreneurs don't take these things seriously or realize that how important they are in the long term for a successful business. And that's some things that we learned too in the beginning is like, you know, yeah, we had this drive, we had the skill, but now we had to get a business plan.
Yep.
You know, we had to know our profit and loss.
Yep.
You know, we had to know all these things. We had to know how to network.
Yep.
And one of the most important thing is we had to know who's the right mentor for us.
Yep.
Because that's when the game changed.
Yeah, yeah.
Meaning our mentors.
Meaning our mentors, yeah. Yeah.
And then they were able to help us and help us grow and be like, I see where you guys are going. And I think one of the reasons too is because they saw us putting the work in. Like you can't go for a mentor and say, hey, I need you to mentor me. Hey, I need you to invest in my business. I need this. And then they don't even see you doing nothing. You just sitting back and be like, yeah, this is the plan that I have. And they're like, okay, how much have you invested in it? And you're like, well, I haven't invested in it. That's why I'm coming to you. You're not going to get anything like that.
No.
But once people see that you are in it, trust me, there's going to be people out there who's going to want to help. And that's what helped us a lot too.
True. Very true. And I always say this, you got to believe. You got to believe first. You got to believe in your dream first. You got to invest in your dream first before anybody.
Yeah.
No? Because people going to come along, going to help you out. And I was, just the other day, I was teaching my son that. No, just tell them no, like, cause he was trying to swing him, like trying to swing himself, like, and he was frustrating, and I was like, listen, you gotta be able to try. When you try do it, and people see that, they're gonna come willing to help you out.
Yeah, yeah.
It's you gotta put the first step. So I was explaining him that like. It's that first step that matter. You gotta try.
Yeah.
And when other people see that you really try and you really when you trying to accomplish this thing, they're gonna be willing to help you out.
Yeah.
No, but if you're just sitting like you say, if you're just sitting around like saying, well, I need a mentor, I need this, or I need to get this grant, I need to win. Ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, and you gotta have that work ethic and invest in you first. Invest in that dream first before anybody gonna write that check.
Yeah.
No, before anybody gonna write that check, you gotta see that you. What's the stats?
Yeah.
What's this? How many points did you already put on the board already?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
For me to come and help you win a championship with this thing, like what's the scoreboard? No.
Yeah.
How many points? No. What's the stats? So all this stuff matters, but we had to go through these things.
We had to go.
We had to go through these things. Sometimes it's not a failure. It's a lesson.
It's a lesson. Everything is a lesson.
You took a L, but it's actually a lesson. You learn from it. No, but if you keep repeating the same thing,
Yeah,
That's a problem
I
right
know.
there.
Listen.
Yeah, that's a problem right there. No, if you see something that didn't work and you keep trying, that's a problem right there. But you mentioned that when we find the right mentors, it changed the whole game for
It
us.
did. It changed the whole game.
Yep.
Actually, it pivoted our business,
Yep.
because, and that's the best thing. That's one good thing about business is that it's constantly changing.
Mm-hmm.
Because what we started, the vision that we had 5 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
right, is completely. I mean, the vision is still the same, but the way to get there is different.
Different. Yep.
And then sometimes the economy changes, things changes, and we have to learn how to pivot.
Yes.
Pivot is one of the hardest things I feel like a lot of business owners are afraid of, because you are taking another chance, you are taking another risk,
Yes.
and that's what we had to do. We had to learn how to pivot. And like I said, we talk about the book on how to pivot and ways to pivot, and ways, and when do you know when you have to pivot?
Pivot. Yep.
Because the business is growing and you don't want to be the one that's holding your business back.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
know, you want to be the one that have the CEO mindset. And I think one thing too is, as entrepreneurs, is that we're constantly working in the business. You know what I mean? And we're working in the business, that we don't work on the business. And when you work on your business, that's when your business grow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask a question, because most people, I say, how do you do that? How do you? Because I'm working on my business right now.
Yeah.
How do you work on your business?
All right, risk takers, quick break before we dive back in. If you've been building, grinding, and betting on yourself, it's time your wardrobe matched your mindset. OWIG Apparel isn't just clothing, it's a statement. From the bold risk taker hoodies to the signature Dream Chasers tees, every piece is designed to remind you why you started. Shop now at owigapparel.com, because when you walk in purpose, your clothes should speak before you do. Back to the episode.
Because I mean, it's seriously, it's like sometimes most entrepreneurs are solopreneurs, right?
Mm-hmm.
That means, hey, you're the HR, you're the salesperson, you're the accounts person, and that's real talk.
Yep.
Like, I'm constantly working on this. How do I work on it?
Mm-hmm.
And I think what you have to be in those things is that, okay, you have to say, okay, if I'm working 5 days a week, at least start with at least one day of the week and say, instead of working in my business, I'm working on my business. What's working on my business? That's figuring out strategies.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? For your business for the long term.
Yep.
That's not how do I make this call? That means looking at your business long term and saying, what are some processes and procedures I can put in place? You know what I mean? How, how can I create another source of revenue from this?
From this, yeah.
You know what I mean? So all these things you're looking, how can I grow this? I know that I need to grow a team. Okay, I don't have the team right now, but what team members do I need? What places do I need to fill those team members in? So when I do have those team members, I'm not scrambling and figure out, okay, what's your position? I already have those positions. All I'm doing is putting those people in those positions.
Yep.
So that's what we have to do. We have to work on the business. And like I said, in the beginning, you're doing everything, but you have to at least start with one day a week.
Yep.
And say, okay, today is my day to work on my business.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, I agree.
And like I said, these are lessons that we learned.
Yeah.
Because we were working for years. We were working in the business.
Yeah.
And we were working in the business and constantly working in the business. And then when we started working on the business, and then we're like, yo, if we had worked on the business, we would have been further along.
Yeah.
Because I mean, from working on the business and the pivoting, and we're like 10x.
Yep.
Yeah. So those are important things.
Yep. And you mentioned the 10x, like it's like stuff that you like, the pivot moment. People are scared. People are afraid. It's another risk.
It's another risk.
It's another risk that you have to calculate that risk. No, when you take a risk, you gotta see the opportunity. Now, I'm not just preaching saying, yo, just take a risk. No, you gotta see it for the long term. Like, okay, if I take this risk, what's gonna be the reward 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, like 10 years from now, if I take this risk? Now you gotta be able to see that. And when you do see that, you take it. No, you take advantage of that. But it's like some people some people are not ready for
They're
that.
not ready.
It's not for everybody.
Mhm.
Some people are comfortable. No, I feel like I'm still the underdog. Like we still the underdog. Like
Underdog,
I like
yeah.
where I wanna where we wanna reach. Like there's still more in us. No, there's
Yeah.
still more in us. And what I learned like by building the building from scratch is that you mentioned something. See other things from that one business.
Yeah.
What others revenue that I could create from that one business. If it's a cooking a business
Yeah.
that you have, okay, from that cooking business that you have, can you create a book? Can you create a podcast? Can there's like certain from that one.
Yeah.
You don't have to
Create
do
something new.
from
Build
that
from scratch from something new.
something
Yeah.
new. You have this. How can you make this? How can you make this thing work? And we mentioned that in the like build from scratch. I learned these things by working on the business. Like when I see the vision, it's like okay, this, okay, I could see this part of it, this part of it, this part of it. Like no, building the brand.
Yeah.
No, by working on the business.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
so building from scratch, it's not easy.
Mm-mm.
There's so much stuff that go into it.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much stuff that you have to take out. There's so much lesson that you learn, and people, mentors gonna come. They come along the way. They're gonna change this thing, this
Mm-hmm.
whole thing for you.
Mm-hmm.
But you cannot sit on your butt.
Mm-mm.
You cannot sit on your butt.
Mm-mm.
Now you gotta be able to keep working.
You gotta be the one who building first.
Yeah. When nobody's watching, you gotta keep working on that brand.
Yeah.
When nobody's watching,
Yeah.
no, because we can't come build it for you.
Nope.
No, you gotta be the first one that laid the foundation, and you have other people that come in,
Yeah.
help you build it from where you left off.
Yeah.
No, so that's how it is. Like that's how, and we have that in the book, man. So
Yeah, you
I'm
get to
really
know all of our dirty little secrets. Cause we kept it real.
no, you have to, man.
Yeah.
You don't want to sugarcoat anything, man. No, you sometimes you heard people say, no, I didn't. You could start a business without no money. No, you could start.
You need some
You need
You don't need a lot of money, but you need.
you need something. You need something for like how you gonna get your LLC, get your business license,
Yeah.
or
These things cost money.
they cost some money.
Yeah.
So you need money to start a business. So I don't want you to listen to those people out there saying you need money to start a business.
Yeah.
No, you don't need millions, but you need money to start a business.
Yeah.
No, so no, we put that we being honest,
Yeah.
being real.
Yeah.
you
Well,
know?
then the money that we use is like our tax money. We use our taxes season instead of going whatever we use that money and we invested.
We invested.
in
And
ourselves.
for how many years did we start saving before we took that risk? I always tell people you gotta have a plan.
Yeah.
You can't just say, you know what, I'm just gonna trust God and
Jump.
not have a
Yeah.
jump, not have a plan. You gotta have a plan. No? But don't sit on the plan for too long. You gotta have a plan. Say, no, okay, here's when we're gonna take the risk, here's how we're gonna do it. And you take it.
Yeah.
No, you never know. If you don't take it, you will never know what you could accomplish.
Yeah.
So that's what we have, building from scratch. And we got a lot more in the thing.
Yeah.
A lot more, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Me too.
I'm excited, man.
Very excited.
All right.
Our first book. I'm
Yeah.
very excited.
All right. Here we go. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, man. Listen, man. This is Ebens, man. The host, man. Look, you could watch you could watch our podcast on YouTube. You could listen on to Spotify. You could Spotify, Apple Podcasts, man. When you see that risk, I'm gonna leave you with this. When you see that risk, like you see that opportunity where you can be in life, take that risk. Don't be afraid, because you're building something. God give you that vision, that gift. Put it to work. Build something from it, and you're gonna have people along the way that are gonna come help you. This is Ebens, man. See you in the next episode, man. I'm out.